Hey, it's Matt Parga-Manasse. I wanted to talk to you guys about the Rocker Knockers from Poison Spyder. As you can tell, I'm a little bit of a fan of Poison Spyder. I own things of theirs. I've installed all their stuff myself, so I'd say I know a little bit about it. You know, I can talk about it. And if you guys have installed like the fenders or even the crusher corners, you can know that they can be very tedious to install. Now, one of the nicer points about these is they're practically bolt-on. There's no crazy drilling. This is just one of the easiest things I've ever put on. They simply just like slide on and then bolt in. So easy a caveman could do it. Anyways, what I also want to talk about is how strong these things are. Most people use them for wheeling. I use it for wheeling as well. I don't know what else I would use it for intentionally. Bang these things up pretty good. I think when I first got them, I was pretty nervous about how they would handle, you know, if they would bend or warp, you know, how well the door would open, you know, after several, well, this is probably years worth of use. They've actually held up quite well, and I'm really happy and surprised with it, and I wanted to share that knowledge with you and that experience, so that you guys can know, so you guys have a reference to base off of, not just a company's, hey, this is what we say about our product. I've leaned my Jeep against objects. I know that I've used this thing, or this side part, which is great, it comes up here as a pivot point. Literally, like, using this as the apex and pivoting on a rock around to get around it. As far as like coming down, I mean, judging the rock's height, you know, or texting and Facebooking while wheeling, rocks come out of nowhere and end up slamming up underneath here. There's long scratches that run down the long blades of this underneath here, but it's always held up. You know, I've done it on both sides. I've come down pretty hard on some of them. It's not fun if you don't break something, right? But also, another thing that just really solidified me buying, this is actually my second set. And the reason why I didn't hesitate to buy a second set is I was actually involved in a wreck in my vehicle about a year ago. I'm sure you guys have seen a few pictures of Jeeps that are, you know, stock height that have been T-boned, and you can see that those vehicles sometimes flip over, but they always are crushed in, and they're crushed in quite significantly. But I was impacted. It was like straight on right here. It was probably about 35-40 miles an hour. First, I want to say that nobody was injured, so everybody was fine. But as far as when this side hit, I said it's an escape, so you know, it's an SUV about yay tall. The only damage after it was hit was it left a line where the hood impacted right here. Now that line was just like a crease. By chance I hadn't done a little flop, I would have been able to drive away perfectly without any damage, you know, having been had. It took all the impact from that vehicle straight on and absorbed it all. I guess dispersed it through the body. The guys didn't even have to touch the frame. And what's so priceless about that to me is the fact that my son was in the back of the vehicle. And I'd say that without those rocker knockers, like I said, from some of the other pictures, without a doubt, the escape would have pushed into the car. I don't know how much, but I'd definitely say that my son was more than well protected. He was more upset that he lost the iPhone that he was playing games on than he. But yeah, just to recap, I just want to say a few things. Like, it's real easy to install. They're real durable. Knocks and freaking drops or things like that don't distort them. Doors still open fine. You know, contrary to a lot of earlier rumors. I'm an average guy. I just started wheeling and bought these products. I wouldn't hesitate to buy a third set if I needed to. The only reason I bought a second set is because insurance paid for a second set.